My name is Miss LaRose, and I'll be giving my thoughts on the matter for the new hit show on BT Plus, Zatima by Tyler Perry. This is going to be season 1, episode 2. And I would just like to say again, this is an amazing show and it's starting off very strong. With that said, going into episode 2, we're still at the dinner, and we have Zatima, Zach, Bryce, Angela, and Miss Belinda. And it has been discovered that Belinda and Zach 2 years ago had a one-night stand while Zach was still with or on a breakup at that time with Karen from Sisters. That's also on BET Plus by Tyler Perry. So the ladies are on the balcony discussing it, and Zach is in the house with Bryce. Belinda let it be known that it was a hookup and that she met him at the airport. It was a one-night stand, and he blew her mind. And that, he ghosted her, and they all know how she is. She gets a little aggressive, so she called him several times. She texted him several times, and Zach ignored her. So with that said, she went to Karen, because evidently he must have told her about Karen and his feelings. So, about the breakup. So, she goes to Karen and tells Karen about them hooking up. Next thing you know, Belinda is now one of her clients at Karen's hair salon. Ain't that something? Belinda is something else. Okay, so Zach is in there talking to Bryce, and he's like, wow, Atlanta is a small place. Who would have chanced that that girl would have been showing up at his door for dinner with his woman that he's in love with, and comes to find out is one of Fatima's best friends. So he's like, wow. So Bryce is trying to let Zach know, you need to go out there and shut down that conversation because it may get worse. And Zach is like, no, I ain't going out there. No. I don't speak hood rat. Not hood rat. You don't speak hood rat. Okay. So basically, he looks at Belinda as being a hood rat. Okay. And we do got to keep in mind that the girl did just walk in his house, and Fatima asked, do y'all know each other? And Belinda just so bluntly said, yeah, we know each other. We effed. Wow. Like I said before, everybody face dropped to the floor. So that's that. She did explain that she did call him several times and was texting him and all of that, and he ghosted her, and that it was 2 years ago. And Fatima let it be known that she just met him not so long ago by hitting him with her car. And from there, them two fell in love, basically. So it's like, ooh, awkward, but at the same time, nobody knew nobody. So I'm going to carry on with that. So, with that said, they at the dinner table. And everybody's trying to act like it ain't awkward. And it was awkward. But they're trying until Fatima wants to kind of question Zach, and Angela's like, no, don't do that. Pretty much leave it where it's at. And here go Miss Belinda. Well, I just can't believe you with this nigga. He cheated on Karen, and he ain't no good. and rah, 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 blah, blah, blah. But keeping in mind that she's not keeping in mind, it was a one night stand. You don't know nothing about this man, but this is where she's going with this at first. So Fatima trying to tell her, calm that down. Calm that down. But Belinda's still being disrespectful to Zach in his house. So I'm sitting there like, you need to calm down. Zach, you need to put her ass out. That's what you need to do. Put her ass out. She's too disrespectful. It ain't cute. So Fatima kind of checkmated her and told her, basically, shut the hell up. Calm that on down. For real. You're my girl and all. But right now, calm that on down. So from there, she apologized to Fatima. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She kept saying, I'm sorry. Which is good. And she calmed herself down. But Zach, at this point, he's at his bowling point. At this point, because this girl keep disrespecting him in his home. It was 2 years ago. Y'all didn't know each other. It was a one-night stand. And Belinda, for whatever reasons, which I don't understand myself, she all in her feelings about a one-night stand. I don't know about Belinda at all. It was a one-night stand. So Zach get up and he goes for a walk, and Bryce runs after him because he did not want to disrespect this girl that was disrespecting him in his home. So in order for him not to take it to the next level, he went ahead and left his home. So Bryce follows after him, and Bryce let him know, you handled that very good. So then Bryce gets a call, well, actually a text from Angela letting him know that they're leaving and they're going to her place and to come to her place. So he goes ahead and he leaves on out. So by the time Zach get home, Fatima upstairs in the bedroom lotioning up from taking a long, stress-free shower. So he's like, I don't know what all this girl done told you, but it ain't like that. Whatever she done said to you. And Fatima let him know. Well, Belinda let me know that it was 2 years ago. She had told us about this dude that she met at the airport and that y'all hooked up, or she hooked up with that dude, because at the time I didn't know it was you. Didn't even know you. And that he blew her mind. She also let it be known that, yeah, she did a little stalkery on you. She was blowing up your phone and texting you and kept texting and calling you. You never answered her back. And that she went to Karen and told on you. Yeah, she did some of that. And she admits to it. She was in her feelings because, again, you blew her mind. And Zach was like, oh, yeah, I did blow her mind. But she was like, okay now. Okay. So he laughing, she's laughing, all of that. So Fatima's asking Zach, like, I got a question for you. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. He like, what's the question? She was like, I would like to know how many you have slept with. He like, huh? You want to get into that? No, I don't want to get into that. Fatima, don't you? No, I don't want to get into that. And she's like, oh, you don't want to answer my question? He was like, no, I don't want to go there. And we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there, baby. And she was like, oh, how many? Was it 75? Was it 200? He was like, well, hold on, wait a minute. How you go from 75 to 200? He was like, nah, I don't want to do this. He was like, let me ask you a question. How many dudes you done slept with? Huh? 75? 200? And then Fatima was like, hold on, wait a minute. Now, let me tell you about no 200 to me. And she hit them with the pillow and they start laughing and all of that. Neither one of them, not neither one of them answered that question. And I say, good call. So from there, they just laughing and they get in the bed and all of that. And I must say, this is a very cute couple. They get over stuff very easily and they communicate very well so far. So the next morning, Fatima tries to sneak out for the morning. And he's like, oh, you're sneaking out? She's like, no, I'm just letting you rest or whatnot. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. You still mad at me? She's like, no, I'm not mad at you. He was like, give me a kiss. And she was like, no. He was like, well, then you still mad at me. She's like, no, I ain't still mad at you. But what I need for you to do is make sure you home today by 6. And he's like, home by 6? Why I need to be home by 6? We got DNA testing today. He was like, oh, okay. All right. DNA testing today. That's going to be a mess. I hope that chick shows up at 6 o'clock because Fatima don't be playing. That girl better not play with Fatima. I'm just saying. If you have watched the episode, please comment, make some comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on this brand new show called Zatima on BET Plus. Because I really do believe Tyler Perry got a hit right here. It's very entertaining. So moving on. So Zach gets a call. Keep getting calls from an unknown number and he won't answer it. So next thing you know, Bryce is calling him. And Bryce is like, have they called you? And he was like, has who called me? He's like, I've been getting a call or calls from an unknown number. And Bryce was like, you need to answer that, man. Zach like, why? He was like, that's the SEC. He was like, and just for you can know, the person that they appointed you, her name is Gratchen. And she's a bitch. He like, huh? Yeah, she's a bitch. She's a tough cookie. So I need for you to call her back because we don't want her feeling like you are ignoring her. That's the wrong road for you to be going down with her because she's tough. So Zach like, all right, let me call this number back. So he calls back. Miss Gretchen answers the line. She let Zach know, I'll be to your house today at noon. And he was like, may I ask what this is about? She was like, you know what it's about. And hung up on him. I was like, ooh, okay. Gretchen ain't playing. Whatever her job is and her job duties, she take it awfully serious. So Zach is like nervous, like completely nervous. So next thing you know, we see Fatima at Belinda's door. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's about to happen? So she knocks on Belinda's door, and Belinda asks who it is, and she was like, Fatima. Instantly, Belinda is scared. Which if I was her, I might be a little scared too. Because again, Fatima ain't nobody to be playing with, because she don't play. So I'm like, I'm curious what this going to be about because they've been friends for forever. So I'm like, which way is she going to go with this after she done been able to rest on it and think on it? Because Belinda was real disrespectful. Anywho, so Scared Belinda let her in and immediately started apologizing. Fatima, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Y'all know how I am. Anywhere I go, I gotta have me a couple of drinks before I go. And I was wrong. I really was wrong. I don't know why I went on into my feelings and stuff. He did really ghost me. And I tripped for a while. Y'all all know how I am. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know I can be a trip sometimes. I can go overboard and stuff. And it really was a one night stand. And I was tripping. So Fatima let her know, you know you're my girl. You're going to always be my girl. We cool. You can never come in our home or around my man and be disrespectful like that ever again. She's like, oh, I won't. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I think I need to apologize to Zach too. And she's like, oh no, too soon. It's way too soon. So I was like, yeah, it's too soon. She was like, yeah. She was like, Fatima, do you really like him? She was like, yes, I really like him. And she was like, okay, well, pretty much, if you like him, then I'm willing to give him a chance and see if he has changed his ways from how he was with Karen. My whole thing about that is, it's different strokes for different folks. That relationship was that relationship with that woman. You cannot put that on him. You don't even know what happened in that relationship. You don't know if Karen was in the wrong, if Zach was in the wrong, or if they both was in the wrong. Period. It ain't none of your damn business either. Fatima's grown. Shit. I'm just saying. So, from there, next thing we know, Gratchett is at Zach's door. He opens the door. She comes in, straight face and serious. Sits down, and she gets straight to business. Because she wants to know, how did you get this stock? How did you know to put your money into this stock? So Zach goes trying to finesse her with, well, when I was in jail, he was like, have you ever been in jail? She was like, no, I ain't never been in jail. He was like, I ain't think so. But when I was in jail, I started reading books on stock. Yeah, okay. So she just looking at him while he just tell this whole story of how he was in jail and he started reading up on stock and all this and all that on reading up on stock. So she got, or I should say, she pretended like she was interested in everything that he was saying. She just sat there and just stared at him. Just stared at him. Really with a blank face. But she tried to act like she was so interested in what he was saying. He thought that he was finessing her. She waited so patiently for him to get finished. When he finished, she pretty much uppercut him. Because Gretchen was like, okay, so I heard everything that you just said. I heard you. Now, would you rather to go ahead and just tell me the truth? Or would you like for me to go ahead and open up this door over on this side and let the FBI in? Zach whole face, y'all. Damn. not the FBI. Gretchen ain't playing at all. Pretty much, Gretchen was like, trick no good. I can't wait for next week to find out what's going to happen on season 1, episode 3. Like I said, this is a really good and entertainable new series on BET Plus. Please go out there and watch. While you're watching, or before you go out there and watch, or if you have watched, please talk to me down there in the comments. Let's talk about it. I would love to talk about it down there in the comments. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like my channel, share my channel. I really would appreciate it. And thank you.